Okay, so last time I did a video on this garden. It was did not have the flagstones, didn't have the arches up, and things have changed a lot because I was using this excuse me, as a vegetable garden, but I'm slowly transitioning to a permanent garden, like a perennial garden. So that's my worm bed. That is a moringa tree that I'm going to mulch really heavy and hope for the best. The last time I think I put a vid on YouTube, that Yapone holly was like about a foot high, so it's grown quite a bit. I gotta trim it because some of the branches don't look so great. That sea kale looks good for our, for being in a zone 7B to 8. That's pretty darn good because I thought I was gonna die. I've got some more tree collards planted here. The ramps never really did come back. I have some ginger here. The mint on the other side tries to sneak through. This, I have some garlic. I need to really dig it up and like kind of, because I thought I had just put one bulb back, but I must have missed a couple bulbs. That's a larger tree collard. That's a brassica I forgot about last year. I'm not really sure what it is, to be honest. That's a little celery. I just kind of cut the leaves off when I need them. These are pink dandelion, which should be perennial. I was growing some rattlesnake beans on this year, so because I decided next year to have a permanent, like a perennial bed. So there's still some annuals, basil, all that good stuff. This is a cantaloupe. I'm hoping to get, hey, I'm hoping to get some sort of fruit off of before the freeze. We'll just have to kind of see, maybe not. So we planted some artichokes back here. I'm not artichokes, what's wrong with me? Asparagus. And then there's some perennial potato onions between the asparagus. I have planted some blue chemisia right here, bulbs. So those should come up. Those are perennial. This is longevity spinach, and so is that and that. They don't normally come back because it does freeze a few times in my area, which is why they say I'm 8, but I feel like I'm more 7B/8 depending on that microclimate. So I'm really hoping those will come back if I mulch them heavily enough. Loki, can you out, please? That's another bay laurel that a friend of mine gave me. I'm just going to keep kind of a small bush right there. That is potato mint, which is perennial in this climate. It comes back, which is normally, more of a mild area kind of thing. So we planted I don't know if you remember, there was a grapevine in a bucket. So we planted it here. I've got it zip tied in a couple of places, but it's already, starting to put itself up on here. Could you go away? It was so I've got some chives. These are winged peas, which are perennial. They do come back year after year. You can eat the root. That's a aphid-infested okra. However, there's also tons of ladybugs I've seen on here, so I've just kind of left it to, be a food source or whatever. So I've planted, this is also a purple potted winged pea, as you can see. I have planted some saffron crocus here. I don't know if it'll come up. I have terrible luck with saffron crocus, but it's very well draining. It gets a lot of full sun in the summer, so I'm hoping, if it not this year, then next year, that they will come all the way up. There's also some perennial onions right here, which should start coming up mid-winter. So these are some blueberries, which are specifically made for this warmer area that I live in. So I'm really hoping that they'll do well. I have blueberries, those pink lemonade blueberries and other blueberries out front, but a deer comes to my front yard all the time. Okay, you see people, and eats all my stuff. So I've definitely got a good harvest. I mean, you can see all of these green berries of goji berry coming in, and I will wait and harvest those this year. However, after the harvest, I am gonna pull this out. I'm gonna put a citrus. It's in the Satsuma family. I've gotta look up the name. Starts with a CH. So it's hardy in my area if I protect it for the first few years. So I want some citrus, right? So I'm gonna plant that there. There is a fig kind of like on the other side right about there. So they may compete a little bit for nutrients, but we'll see. I have been fighting the strawberries and violets from coming in here. They have their own place on the other side of that fence. I really don't want them in here. So, lots of changes from, I love that. That's still my favorite rock from my friend Janet. So, I am letting this purple one go to seed because it's so beautiful, that purple basil. Okay, so that's it for the used to be veggie garden, now perennial garden.